Hey there, creatives. We are back for part 2 of our Dollar Tree pumpkin wreath frame series. Now, if you didn't catch part 1, watch till the end of this video and I'll leave you the link on the screen, okay? But listen, this one is all about pumpkins, so let's get started. So we're going to jump right in. You're going to need 2 wreath forms. These are Dollar Tree wreath forms, but you could use Hobby Lobby's as well. This is orange burlap that I picked up at Hobby Lobby, and you're going to secure that fabric, any kind of fabric you want, regular fabric, stretchy fabric will work as well. But this is how we're going to get it to stay. We're going to use some zip ties on both sides to kind of stretch it out. And then we're going to do it on the other sides as well. So keep in mind that at all points, you're going to connect it with that zip tie, all right? And then you're going to cut out the remainder of this fabric because again, we don't need all this. And then we are going to attach the fabric to the inside of the frame, the part you're not going to see. So you're going to flip it over and you can see all the little zip ties I put. You can add more if you want, but then we're going to add some hot glue. Be careful, don't burn your fingers because I've done that many a times. And I'm just using these little tiny clothespins, crafting pins that I got at Dollar Tree, and I just use that to hold on everything. Now, this is chicken wire ribbon that you can get at Hobby Lobby, and I just like to do it because it helps extend the stem of the wreath. By the time that you add your decor, the stem kind of gets hidden, so I don't like that. So we're gonna try to solve that. Then I'm gonna take another zip tie and just make sure it's secure, and then we're gonna get some rope from Dollar Tree. The reason why we're putting the rope around the perimeter of the wreath frame is to just kind of outline it, give it a little bit more pop and dimension. And then what we're going to do is once you go around the wreath frame, you're going to end at the stem. And once you end at the stem, just keep going and we're going to go around the stem itself. Now, there might be a little spot there that you see a little bit of a gap, but that's okay. Remember, we're going to have a bow and a floral pick. So you're just going to want to secure this. Again, if you need the longer tutorial, the original tutorial, just check the description box below. The reason why I like the fabric that I use, the burlap, is it was really easy to poke a hole in and add this really pretty simple fall pick. Then I wanted to do raffia. Do you guys remember raffia? I do. My mom loved this stuff. And we're just making a very simple bow. And we're going to put that on our wreath. Now, this was the first time I ever used this wreath frame. And this was about 5 years ago. I think we made this in 2020. But it's a fun video and a really simple technique to do. So if you want to give it a try, let me know in the comments if you plan on making this one. I hope you enjoyed it. So I thought this was super cute. So super simple. You're going to just make a little bit of a hanger on the back. Again, everything doesn't need to be perfect. And sometimes it just looks like I crafted it, and that's okay too. But now we're going to do another wreath and we're going to use the same frame. This one, we're going to use some burlap that we got from Hobby Lobby, not Dollar Tree. This is a really fun method to do, and you're not going to see this very often, but I'm going to make a grid on this wreath frame. This was the Dollar Tree wreath frame. I would probably recommend using the Hobby Lobby wreath frame just simply because it's more sturdy. And so once you get that wire connected, this is just wire that I got either from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I just had it on hand. And we're going to create a grid, and that grid is how we're going to put the burlap through this wreath. So once you get the grid taken care of, that's probably the longest part. You're going to take 5.5 to 6 inch burlap, and I will leave a link from either Hobby Lobby or you can even get it at Walmart, and you can do that as well. Then we're going to start pulling it through. We're going to start it off here with the first little loop. And then you're just going to take the same burlap and go and pull it through the next one. There's no need to pin it or secure it. The grid itself is going to make it so that it will hold its shape for you. So once you get to the top, you're going to go to the next spoke between those, and you're going to go do the process and go back down. Now, you could probably do this any way you wanted it, but this is just the way that I preferred to do this. I probably made this about 4 years ago. And so anyways, once you get your frame done, you're going to take some of this wire that I got from Hobby Lobby. I believe they still have it. I loved it. It was one of my favorite things. I used to use this 10 years ago to make a pumpkin wreath frame that I had. It's like an OG video on this channel, by the way. And anyways, you can use it. You could use chicken wire. You could use a method similar to what I used in the previous video. But again, if you want to watch the full tutorial, I have a full, probably like 20-minute tutorial on this in the description box below. And now you can see the little stem sticking out because again, it gets hidden. So we're just going to make a really simple bow. I just used the same burlap from Hobby Lobby, and we just did a very simple bow. I love the look of this wreath. It was so much fun, and it's really easy to do, and I just feel like it just looks really nicely done, and you're not going to find this on too many doors. Make the middle, and you're going to cross that over just to kind of finish off that bow. But if you want to watch the full tutorial, again, check out the description bow Julie. Bows are on my mind. And then I added just these 2 little burlap leaves. I think I got these at Dollar Tree as well. But again, use your imagination, and I hope you make this wreath. And if you do, let me know in the description. All right, isn't she adorable? Now, the next one. This is similar to the one we did in part 1, but with a little bit of a variation, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to get a cardboard box or that white foam cardboard, whatever, and make sure to subscribe. Did you see that little thing there? Make sure to subscribe and follow me. And then we're going to cut it out because this is going to be the backing of our wreath. The next thing we're going to do, have you seen this wallpaper or adhesive sheets at the Dollar Tree? And they've got even more now. So I took 2 pieces of this and added it as my background. It was just really fun, but they even have more options. Then we're going to just simply glue this on to the back of our wreath, all right? So we're going to add a little bit of glue. You're going to have to work really fast, and I love my cordless glue gun from Surebonder. Again, you can get that at Amazon or Walmart in my storefronts below. Again, let's take those little clothespins. Remember, clothespins are more than just for clothes. They're great for crafting, and it just makes everything stay and secure. Then, I don't know about you guys, but I'm obsessed with these half flat back beads. I know they're kind of going out of style, but I'm sorry, I love these. I get them from Amazon because they're much cheaper to buy them on Amazon, so we'll leave that link for you down below. And of course, if you go to the full tutorial, it'll have all the information of what you got over there. So we're gonna just put all these little beads. I just love the look of it, and I just think it's super, super pretty and adds a special pop. So anyway, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some rope. I got this rope at Dollar Tree, and we are going to braid it, okay? And we're going to make a nice little braided piece that we're going to actually glue and go down the spokes of our frame just to kind of add another layer of work. Now, as you can see, I have something covering the back of my wreath there, and that is just parchment paper. I use parchment paper to cover that because I want to make sure that we don't get a bunch of glue there. And then you're going to glue it on, secure it in the back. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Now we need a stem. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to take some popsicle sticks. Yeah, oh, I always have popsicle sticks on hand. All right, so we're going to make a bigger stem. We're going to glue that down and secure it to the frame where the stem is, and then I'm going to cut it at an angle with this little wire cutter that I have on my Amazon shop. All right, you could also do the same thing I did for the other ones. You could just kind of, that's the kind of fun thing about this particular tutorial. You could take some elements from the different tutorials, the ones we did on Sunday and the ones we do tonight, and you can just add a little bit of your own twist. Now I'm just taking a little piece of foam here, and we're going to just glue it to the top of our wreath base, and this is how we're going to add all of our florals here. And we're going from the top to at an angle so that we can really make it pop. And this is one of the reasons why we also made the stem a little bit longer, because I wanted to be able to see it. All right, so we're going to put a great big sunflower. Do whatever you want. Most all of these florals came from Hobby Lobby, but again, if you like Dollar Tree florals or Michael's, you know, or just use what you have on hand. Either way, it's going to be beautiful. But I think this was really fun, and I think it's a great way to kind of put your own spin on it. And I would love to know if this one is your favorite wreath in this series. But let's go to our last one, and a very popular one at that too. Isn't she pretty? That 3D look. So you're going to need some poly burlap for the next one. All right. And this was a very popular wreath that came out a few years ago, and somebody asked me, can you do a tutorial? And of course I was like, yes, I can do a tutorial. And this is where you're going to use poly burlap and a wood burner, and remember to have a glass cutting board underneath. You're going to make the daisy petal. You're going to fold it over. These are 10" by 10" squares that you need. You're going to do the daisy petal method, and you're going to secure it to the spokes. I know, I don't know that these are spokes, but this is what I'm calling it, okay? Spokes of the wreath frame. Now, would I recommend a Dollar Tree wreath frame or a Hobby Lobby one? I would recommend a Hobby Lobby one. I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel like the Hobby Lobby frame is just a much sturdier wreath frame, and you're going to start at the bottom of each of the spokes and go up. And I'm going to show you how we're going to cover all those zip ties here at the end of this. But it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. But again, I used a Dollar Tree wreath form. I would definitely recommend the Hobby Lobby one. And I don't know about you guys, does Dollar Tree charge $1.75 in your area now? So I would definitely recommend just going to Hobby Lobby, because for almost the same price, you're going to get a far superior product. Now right here is where I started making a grid, because I took 2 pipe cleaners, secured them together, and I needed to fill the gaps, all right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to cut some of this olive green poly burlap, and we are going to fold it over to create a stem, all right? And here's what I did for this one. When I folded it over, I secured it with, I melted it with the wood burner. And now it's not showing you in this video because my editor left that part out. So you're going to want to watch the full video of this one, okay? You really are. This one needs a little bit more instruction, but this video that I'm sharing with you tonight is to show you, hey, I had this tutorial, right? Because some of you might be new to the channel and you're going to want to watch it, okay? Just trust me on that. Make sure you subscribe. I love that we have a little subscribe animation now. And you're going to want to do this wreath. It's super cute, super pretty, and it's going to take a little bit of time, but I think you'll really love the outcome. Now, the wreath that this tutorial that has the whole video is also going to have all the links for all these products. And you know what? Hobby Lobby still has a lot of these same products. So you're going to want to do that. Now, the mesh, I would recommend using the poly burlap from the Wreath Shop, Trendy Tree, or Wreaths of Joy. And I have those all linked down below, those shops. And then I'm going to show you how to make a very simple bow. I'm watching this video and I know I made it at my new house. You want to know why? I had burned my right arm right above the wrist. I had went in to get some cookies out of the oven and I burnt myself on the actual rack that was in there. So that's your little kind of interesting tidbit for the day. But listen, if you watch this whole video, I know we're doing this on a Wednesday night. We don't usually do this, but I want to get more content out to you. If you watch the whole video, leave me a $sign. Either just the dollar character from your keyboard or the dollar emoji sign. And I hope you will go and watch all of these wreaths. I loved how this turned out. And if you've been wanting to make this wreath, guess what? You can make it. You can recreate it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this series of videos. Let me know if you want more of them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. And as I promised at the beginning, here's part 1 if you missed it. But don't worry, we have a lot of content that you can watch here on YouTube, and we'll be back Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you then, creatives.